Hi everyone. In the last video, we discussed why it is important to consider using ML ops or in particular MLflow in your machine learning projects and systems. Now in this video, assuming that you are satisfied with the reasoning that I gave you and ready to basically work with MLflow, in this video we are going to be setting up MLflow within our local system, that is laptop, but you can reproduce these steps to basically run it even in your cloud environments. In cloud environments, you would have to do extra step to configure the UI part, because here in laptop I can simply run a local server and open localhost to get started with UI. But in cloud, let's say if you are working with cloud shell, there you would have to, maybe depending upon which cloud platform you are working with, you would have to do some extra step to enable that UI. So let's get started. What I'll do is I've created a separate folder, MLflow YouTube. Now within this folder I will create my demonstration, all the scripts that I will be using for demonstration. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me open terminal, and in this terminal what I'll do is I'll first of all navigate into documents and then MLflow YouTube. Okay, and in here I can open my Visual Studio Code. Okay, so we are now in the Visual Studio Code. I won't be using any AI help in this video, but I will be copying a lot of code from the documentation of MLflow. So let's get started. So first of all, I would like to, maybe I will use its own Visual Studio Code's terminal, and let's create a virtual environment here. Okay, so I will do something like okay, so we have Python installed. You would have to make sure that Python is installed on your system. So I have Python 3.11.2, and I'm actually using venv to work with multiple versions of Python. So if I do Python 3, I'm getting this, but I can also, one second, get other versions using venv. That I won't be covering and boring you in this video. So what I'll do is I'll create a virtual environment here in this directory using this name. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll activate this source, then bin and activate. Okay, so our virtual environment has been activated. Let's quickly install the MLflow package. It would take a couple of seconds. It should not take much time. And meanwhile, what I can do is I can come here on the documentation and I can go on quick start and I can copy this. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just copy this script, or I'm hesitant in copying, but let's create a lecture1.py. Okay, inside here I will import MLflow. Okay, currently it's not using my local VNV. That is why you see these curly lines, but that should be fine for now. Now after this, after basically accessing this, the first step is to set the experiment. I will name my experiment as maybe something like, I don't know, a demo experiment. Okay, and then I can run this script. Okay, so first of all I will say Python lecture1.py. It should do nothing, I guess, at this point, but you will see bunch of things getting created here. It will take some time. Let's wait. Okay, so you see this, a new directory called mlruns is getting created, but here nothing else happened, right? But let's start a so basically when you install MLflow, what happens is you get a command line tool with the name MLflow. So if you run this MLflow, you see all these options to work with MLflow's commands. So MLflow server, and you will see all the commands related to server, but it started the server on the default port. So let's open the server now. 127. Okay, so I'm getting this server. You see these tabs: home, experiments, models, prompts. Because now earlier in the earlier days of MLflow was used only for traditional machine learning, but nowadays it has been used for GenAI based experiments as well. So you see these prompts here. So if I come here in the experiments, you see my demo experiment. If I click on it, one second, it's asking me because it's my first time I am visiting this dashboard. I'll just confirm this. Okay. So yeah, so this is what I wanted to show. Now this server will continue running. We'll talk about this ML runs directory in a moment. Okay, so I hope you understood what I wanted to demo in this video. Now we are set up with the MLflow. In the next video, we'll be creating our first brand new experiment, and also in that experiment we will be creating a new run. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day.